help me welcome Alan Douville, CIO for Whirlpool North America.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Wow. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? All right. I think it's working. So I've been officially told there's no back button. So it's our technology at its finest. I'm Alan Douville, Chief Information Officer for North America for Whirlpool. And here today to talk about, I guess, the perfect alignment or the perfect plant. I've yet to find the perfect plant. So if anybody wants to ask me later on, what is the perfect plant, I have no idea. What I can tell you is my experience at a very complex organization, what we're looking to do in a very complex organization, some of the changes we hope to drive, and some of the, I even hate the term best practices, some of what we think are enabling approaches to really driving efficiencies through some pretty complex operations. So I want to get through some slides and then have some time at the end for some open question and answers, if that works for all of you. So here we go. So again, Whirlpool Corporation. Let's see if my slide deck works. There we go. So we're going to go through a quick Whirlpool history and strategy. We're going to talk about the IT roadmap development. And again, this is not to talk about ERP systems. It's not to talk about technology from an IT person's perspective. I'm here to talk about how we're engaging with the business to lead transformational change. Which again, it's a different approach from IT from most other corporations. But we think here it's pretty important because all of you, being professionals in your own right, know if you can't marry the technology with the actual business and the processes, nothing's going to get achieved. So Whirlpool Corporation is an interesting place. It's been around for almost 100 years. We have been manufacturing appliances and consumer-facing appliances for a very long time. This is an important thing. So when I walk into a manufacturing plant, pick any of my manufacturing plants, I hear from everybody who's anybody that, son, let me tell you how we make a washing machine. Let me explain to you how we make a refrigerator. You don't understand how complex it is in our industry to make these products. Do you realize that some of our component parts come from Asia Pacific and I have 2-month lead times? So as a technology guy, I come in, nodding my head because, yes, I understand, you're very complex. I come from Diageo, and do you realize that to make malt whiskey, my lead time is 50 years? And that usually quiets them down a bit, and then they start thinking, all right, so let's talk how we're going to actually help change what you do today, because it's very good. You make great products, but against our competition, against what's happening around us in the world, things have to change. So Whirlpool has changed a lot from 1911 to today, that leading global appliance manufacturer. We are a big company. We're #1 global share. We're the #1 global brands. I got 70,000 employees I'm working with around the world, 70 manufacturing and technology centers. In North America, my sales are right around 10 billion. Whatever happens this year, I'm not sure, but we're still moving products, which is great news. Latin America, 4 billion. Europe, 4 billion. Asia Pac, 570 million and growing. All of those very unique regions, very unique products. What you use in North America and in the US for what you consider proper at home for washing and drying and family type of products, very different from Latin America, and then they're very different by country. So again, very unique products around the world, but very similar processes in how you manufacture them. Right? So it's getting a lot of steel, it's a lot of fuel, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of components, and it's bolting it all together to really meet the needs of our consumers. Our industry, it's 100 billion. So when you look around, what's the opportunity for us? It's pretty big. Our competition's fast. It's very dynamic. But again, what we think is our greatest strength is we have great brands to carry us. There's a lot of stuff out there that we consider suboptimal. But from what we approach the consumer, what we think our value strategy is, we make great products, but we think with our brand names behind it, we make products that the consumers really want in their house. So, the big issue at Whirlpool, we're a 100-year-old company. That's a DNA. The DNA is you're a manufacturing company. You've been bolting stuff together, making washing machines, dryers, refrigerators, as you always have. And for a 100-year-old company, 30, 40, 50 years ago, you're a manufacturing company. You just make the stuff, you ship it. It goes to these really smart people that market it, they brand it, they sell it, but your stuff is just you make it and you ship it. So we grew up being a manufacturing company. We're transforming the organization into a consumer products company. That's a huge difference. to go from a durable goods manufacturing to consumer products driven corporation, you're basically driving now to what does the consumer want? Forget what I'm going to make you. Forget that my biggest thing I worry about yesterday was my raw price of steel, energy, how well things moved in a plant. I care now what the consumer wants, and the consumer is very fickle. The consumer wants to design things online. They want things, when they order them, they want it delivered in their house correctly and installed correctly. They want flexibility. So I just can't make a stainless steel refrigerator. I have to make one that they can configure online and I can ship right to their house. It's very different. And how do you change that DNA in an organization? So, hence our strategic roadmap.